Welcome back to the channel for a quick lore episode where we highlight something in the world of Cyberpunk in 3 minutes or less. Today we're talking about megacorporations and corpos. Corporations are giant multinational companies that dominate the world of Cyberpunk and Night City. They can range from simple media corporations to worldwide security firms, and they will kill anyone and anything that stands in their way. They operate 24/7, buying, selling, or providing services to many around the world. Unlike businesses today, megacorporations in the cyberpunk landscape are cutthroat, and violence is actually a common occurrence within corporations as a way to work yourself up the ladder. Blackmail, extortion, bribery, kidnapping, assassinations are commonplace in Night City's white-collar world. Successful corporations don't act above the law because they are the law. As a corpo, you always have to watch your back, and many are highly paranoid of losing their place by those trailing them on the ladder. The power structure is so that the CEO and president are at the top of the food chain, with high-level executives right under. You'll typically see a power struggle and infighting amongst management and lower-level executives trying to work their way up in the world via dishonesty, manipulation, and by blindsiding those around them. There are many types of corporations. Media corps are giant conglomerates that control the airwaves across the world. It is suspected that many of the larger media corps have deep ties to the government. Network News 54 is a 24-hour news station originating in the United States, and World News Service is a 24-hour news service across the world. Agricorps were started as smaller family farms. After the world collapse, however, many farms were boarded up and their huge segments of land became barren from neglect. The larger farms survived the collapse and thus had more leverage with the smaller guys out of the way and started to buy up fertile land. By 2020, 65% of farmland in the United States was owned by corporations producing Chew-2, a biofuel of the future. Petrochem are the largest producers of Chew-2. Sov Oil also produces Chew-2, but their product is inferior. Manufacturing corporations were least affected by the collapse. They range from producing vehicles to children's toys. Militech, who is formerly Armatech Lucchesi, is a military arms giant. Arasaka is a securities corp and a rival of Militech's. EBM is a computer hardware manufacturer, and IEC manufactures smaller components such as computer chips and hardware. In the world of cyberpunk, almost everything revolves around a computer of some sort. Through advanced tech and the emergence of the net, computing corporations have a firm grasp on the world of Night City. Zetatech is a Silicon Valley software development corporation. Microtech creates workstation computers, and IEC is the world's largest cybernetics developer. Science is also at the forefront of the world and have their hands in everything from bioware to cybernetics to human clones and biofuels. Biotechnica was a corporation that developed Chew-2 but licensed it out as they didn't have the resources to produce it. In the world of cyberpunk, crime is widespread, the modern police force is largely ineffective, and security companies are as lethal as nations' armies. Security teams are a cohesive unit and deploy a small arsenal in response to anything suspect in the world of Night City. Arasaka and Militech are heavily invested in this space and are some of the biggest players in Night City because of it. Lazarus is also in this pool of corps as they contract mercenaries and are led by South American war veterans. Lastly, we have service megacorporations. This includes Trauma Team International, specialized paramedics that will go through any means to assist an injured client, REO Meatwagon, who is like TT but only deals with deceased patients, and Orbital Air, a commercial space transport. There's also Infocomp, which is an information brokerage that uses private detectives to dig up dirt for a client, and Merrill, Asukaga, and Finch, an investment firm. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you subscribe to The Arcade.